We got a new guaranteed banner going live tomorrow for Sun Wukong. Guaranteed banners mean we can do pity manipulation, and pity manipulation essentially means many of us could have the opportunity for a free legendary hero. Kind of a huge thing. Let's talk about it.
Fastidious.
Fastidious.
How the heck are you, everybody? I am Fastidious. Welcome to my channel and welcome to a very important Should You Summon video about the best and most anticipated limited 200 guaranteed summon ever, Mr. Sun Wukong. Now, I say this is super important not because the answer to should you summon is so difficult. The answer is yes. This guy should be on every account that can get him, i.e. you have at least 200 summons, or any account that has less, you should at least take the chance to go get him. I know he's just another fighter, but he literally is that good. In my opinion, he probably is the single best, besides Valderon, the single best single target fighter in the game. He's phenomenal. Very good dual faction membership, excellent unit. The reason this is so important is because of the question, when should you summon? Now, why would that be a question? The banner opens tomorrow. Don't you just want to get him and summon him tomorrow? But for many people, maybe you, that is likely not the case because of something called pity manipulation. So what is that? Essentially, whenever one of these limited banners comes around, they don't just have pity. So pity is a shared thing between one currency across all banners in this game. So the pity for divine legendary summoning crystals is shared between all banners that use that summoning currency. The pity for the red ancient summoning crystals is shared across all special ancient summoning banners. Likewise, the pity for our blue rare summoning crystals and our diamonds is shared across all banners that use those. When you get a limited guaranteed banner, that is always going to use your rare summoning crystals or your diamonds, which you use in place of those rare summoning crystals. However, with the 200 guaranteed limited banners, there is not just a pity counter you have to worry about. Alongside your standard pity that kicks in at 180 summons and then is hard guaranteed at 200, when you have a limited banner, you have a separate tally running concurrently. That tally always starts at 0 with the start of the banner. So when Sun Wukong, for example, goes live tomorrow, and it will continue all the way up to 200 if you do not pull the limited hero by your 200th summon. So in this video, I want to talk about how that guarantee works and how you specifically might be able to leverage it alongside your normal legendary hero pity with your rare summons and diamonds to essentially get a free legendary hero. And that is not clickbait. It will have to line up in a certain way, but many people, based on how it's actually going to go, are going to get a free legendary for like 1 to 10 summons, as opposed to 180 or 200, and that is on top of the guarantee. This is a very special thing. It can only happen during these limited guarantee banners, and it kind of is a new case with the Sun Wukong banner, because if you didn't know, a little over a month ago, they changed all the pity rules, which includes the change to pity and guarantee on the limited hero banners. Previously, it was 250, now it is 200. However, if you do want to know the nitty-gritty and all the details for exactly how pity manipulation works, definitely go check out my video from 3 months ago, Pity Manipulation for Dummies. Even though it's discussing pity manipulation with 250 summons, all the same principles hold true. So, guys, this is a big question. How do you know when to do it and if you're going to be eligible or if it's going to line up right for you to have the opportunity to partake in pity manipulation during this Sun Wukong banner and essentially get a free legendary hero? Let's get into all of that and let's answer the question, should you and when should you summon? I do want to very quickly, in 1 minute or less, explain why everyone should go crazy for Sun Wukong and actually answer the question, should you summon, and explain why the answer is yes. Then I'm going to get into the details of how pity manipulation can and will work on this banner and how you can decide when you should do it if your account and your situation is going to line up properly and be eligible to take part in pity manipulation. So, Sun Wukong, why is he so freaking good? In 1 minute or less. Cue the timer. Essentially, he's got an excellent talent here where he can summon these Sage clones. They get 100% of his attributes. They get to deal a nice chunk of damage. Very, very nice. He can have up to 3 at once, which is really good. He can also deal a little extra damage to bosses and elites. Nice basic here. If he's doing that basic, you got 3 clones. It's a ton of damage. Crazy burst. This goes up to 100% per hit on the ult. 18 hits, 18 instances of damage with 700 costs. Phenomenal. The ult has a very unique range. He's going, his clones are going. It is some nasty stuff. The passive over here, extra opportunities to stun. He also gets a bunch of really quick stuns during the ultimate as well. More opportunities to stun here, more opportunities to deal extra damage. And then this passive, if you have had this thing over here, this first passive trigger 5 times between ults, you can get 5 stacks of Sunder. When you do that, he can ignore defense 60% for 10 seconds, 15 seconds with full skill ups. On top of him just being a crazy bursty guy with a lot of crowd control. Furthermore, if you get some awakenings, he has this amazing support skill, Monkey Business, which is essentially a death save and then an HP restore 1 time to adjacent allies on his first deploy. Attack plus 300, amazing. He already has amazing base stats, take my word for it. The A3, now that cool thing from his passive over here, his clones can do that as well. They all get a chance to do stuns and deal bonus damage. The A4, ignoring more defense. And then the A5, he can deal even more damage, increased boost from his Undaunted Might ability that comes with his talent. A lot more. Also, after the ultimate, an increased chance to deal the bonus damage from the passive and to get the stuns. And then the key thing, literally doubles up his ultimate. Instead of 18 hits, it's an extra 18. So 36 total. This guy is phenomenal. I really hope that was 1 minute or less. Summon for him. Take my word. Every single player, new player, old player, early game, end game, do not care. Summon for him. You got to get the base copy or at least try to get it. When it comes to awakenings, let's be honest, most of you will get no awakenings, even if you do hundreds of summons. You will have to get very lucky. After that guarantee, which we're about to go very deep into, every time you summon a legendary after that, you'll just have the 20% chance that it's Sun Wukong. So yeah, could you get your base copy and then do another 3,000 summons and miss him every time? Yeah, it'd be really unlikely. It'd be like a 1% chance or 0.5% to 1% chance, but you could miss 15 or 20 legendaries in a row. People do it. It happens, right? So let's get into how the actual guarantee works. So as soon as a limited banner opens, so the Sun Wukong banner opens, when you were in the summoning portal, let me show you right now. It'll look something like this. There'll be Sun Wukong artwork. You'll see the rate up for him and Selkath over here. And then also over here is going to be a tally, and it's going to be counting up to 200. However, very common misunderstanding people have, like a misinterpretation of what the guarantee means. Nothing about these limited banners, or in this case, the Sun Wukong banner, guarantees you will get Sun Wukong on your 200th summon. It guarantees you will get him by your 200th summon. The guarantee here is, hey guys, here's a banner. Within 200 summons, you will get Sun Wukong. So you can get him normally by hitting a legendary. You'll have a 20% chance when you do it that it is Sun Wukong, and getting him, you'll have that chance your whole march up to 200. The 200 number only comes into effect if you've done the 199 summons on the banner and none of those summons got you Sun Wukong. At that point, the guarantee kicks in and the game says, we guaranteed you'd get him within 200. You didn't get him in the first 199. So here, number 200, right on this summon, you are getting him. If you get him earlier though, the guarantee was still fulfilled, right? If you got him at summon number 40 or 80 or 180 or 198, you got him. You got him within 200. It is only going to happen on the 200th summon if you had not gotten him up until that point. I'm going deep on this and getting into the nitty-gritty because this is key to understand how pity manipulation can work. You're not guaranteed every time that you're going to get him on that 200th summon, because if you got him earlier, the guarantee was already fulfilled, right? You're guaranteed that one copy by 200. Right? So if you get him early, the second you get him, whether that's on the first summon or the 200th summon, after that point, the banner then transforms. No longer is it a guarantee banner, it's just a 15x rate up on Sun Wukong. Now, your pity tally is different than your guarantee tally. So your pity counter, whatever you're at right now, you're going to enter the banner with that amount of pity or that amount of progress towards pity. However, every single player, when they open the banner, will be at a fresh guarantee counter. It will say 0 out of 200. So if we look over here using my account as an example, we go to the summoning record, you can see I pulled Tallulah 10 summons ago. So that means as I enter the banner, my Sun Wukong guarantee is 0, but my pity counter is currently at 10. Now, how can these two tallies work together? Well, let's use my account as an example. Currently, I'm at 10 pity since my last 10 summons since my last legendary, Tallulah. So as I enter, I'll start with the 0 guarantee and 10 pity. We know soft pity to get your legendary hero kicks in at 180. So in this case, assuming I don't pull early, my soft pity will kick in 170 pulls into the Sun Wukong banner. That will be the 10 since my Tallulah plus 170 on the banner. So at that point, I've hit soft pity. We know hard pity, the guarantee's at 200, and my Sun Wukong tally is at 170. Typically, after hitting soft pity, it will take a maximum of 10 to 12 more summons, if not less, to hit a legendary hero. So let's say I'm 170 into the Sun Wukong guarantee. We haven't hit him yet. We haven't hit any legendaries. I had my 10 previews from Tallulah, so now I'm at 180. It takes me 8 more summons. So at that point, I'm at 178 in my guarantee tally counter for the limited hero Sun Wukong, and I'm at 188 into my pity, 8 into soft pity. I stay on the Sun Wukong banner, I hit, and it is Sun Wukong. Hooray, right? Wrong. I let a huge opportunity slip through my fingers. If you don't understand what I'm saying at this point, please go back to the Pity Manipulation for Dummies video to really wrap your head around this. But think of it this way. We got Sun Wukong 178 pulls into the guarantee. If we hadn't gotten him there, we knew we were only maximum 22 pulls away. What we should have done is once we hit 170 and we hit the soft pity, the 10 since I pulled Tallulah and the 170 for Sun Wukong, we should switch banners. So if you didn't summon tomorrow, Friday, December 27th, and actually waited the extra day till Saturday, December 28th, for this example, for the Sun Wukong banner, you would also have the Eris and Cetrum banner open. So you could have done your 170 pulls plus the 10 previous that I discussed. You'd be at 180. Now you switch banners. So you're manipulating how you're using your pity. So you're going to use all that new pity. You just hit soft pity. So all the steps towards hard pity, you're going to put those summons into Cetrum and Eris. So we do the 8 summons there. We hit Cetrum and Eris for only 8 summons. So let's say we pulled Cetrum or we pull Azor or we pull Eris. It doesn't matter who we pull. You just did a legendary for 8 summons. We built up all that pity. We were going to do it anyway because we were working on our Sun Wukong counter. So we're over there. We do the 8 summons. We get a legendary for 8 summons. Then you can go back to Sun Wukong and you know, worst case, you're getting him in 30 summons. So you're guaranteeing you hit that pity hero, which essentially you're getting for free because you're still on your march to Sun Wukong. So if we do the math, you did 178 summons, then you did the extra 30 after you switched back, assuming you had to go all the way to the 200th guarantee. We're talking about 208 total summons to get 2 heroes. You expected to do the 200 for Sun Wukong, get him, get that guarantee. Actually, what happened is you got 1 legendary essentially for free. For just 8 extra summons, you got to manipulate pity and get a quick hit on the other banner. For a lot of people, if you're coming off even fresher pity, maybe your last pull in your summoning record was a legendary hero, you are entering with your pity total at 0 and your guarantee tally total at 0. So you can do a full 180 summons on Sun Wukong, switch right when you hit 180, go to the other banner. Let's say you hit at summon number 5. It was 5 summons to hit a legendary. You go back 20 pulls away for Sun Wukong. There's a lot of nice ways to manipulate this. Let's say you hit pretty early, you hit at 50 and it wasn't Sun Wukong, so you didn't lose your guarantee. Now your Sun Wukong counter's at 50 and you're restarting your pity at 0. You can take that all the way up to 199 on the guarantee. You'll be at 149 on pity. Then you can switch to the Cetrum and Eris banner. At 149, you're only 31 summons away from soft pity. Let's say it takes you 39 total to hit. So it's 39 extra summons, you get that legendary, you go back to Sun Wukong, you know the very next pull, because your guarantee at that point was at 199, your very next pull is your 200th, that is your guarantee, that is your free hero. Pity manipulation is a confusing thing, without a doubt, but once you understand it, it really is intuitive. I really suggest if you're still curious, watch my stream on Saturday. I'm going to do it on dozens of accounts. You'll really get to see it in action. It is really powerful. Obviously, this doesn't work for every situation, because if you have like no pity built up, there's no reason to do it. And also, if you don't have enough summons to move between the banners, if you only are scrapping your way to 200, you do not have this luxury. But for the people that can pull it off, which is going to be many players, it can give you either a free legendary for like one summon if it works out perfectly, or, you know, a very low cost legendary for 30 extra summons or 40 or 50. It is a really, really powerful thing, a really good thing. So if you might not even have the 200 summons, or you're only going to have 210 or 220, it's very unlikely you can do pity manipulation. You probably should just do Friday. However, if you have a little bit more and you got a little wiggle room, it's going to be to many players' benefits to probably wait until Saturday, or at least do a chunk of summons on Friday, but not push the whole way to guarantee until Saturday, because very likely you can get a free legendary. Eris and Setchum are both good heroes. However, some of you might be like, I don't want those heroes. Why would I switch? Because it's a free legendary. If it works out really nicely, you could be getting a legendary for 5 extra summons or 10 extra summons. That's nothing. There's no reason not to switch. The only reason being you don't have enough summons, period, to afford yourself that luxury. There you go. Pity manipulation is always so much fun to discuss. There's one other thing I want to say besides how awesome this banner is going to be and how much fun this weekend is going to be. Sun Wukong, then Pity Manipulation Day, then Ingrid. I got to tell you, don't these graphics look pretty dang good for a Fastidious video? Everything looks really high def. I thought this fool absolutely is always recording on a laptop and running everything at the lowest possible quality, no HDR, low frame rate, all that stuff. Not anymore, baby. If you look over here, I can't show you, but I'll show it off on stream. I have a monster of a PC. Huge shout out to Sassy for helping me build it. We finally got it set up. Thank you to Sassy and R-Type and everybody that watched on stream on Discord. We built it. It took a couple hours, or we plugged it in and set it up. I didn't build it myself. We did custom pick all the parts. So if you want to know the build, ask me in my Discord server, the Fast and Fastidious, and Sassy or I will share that with you. I'm so happy. We shouldn't have any more stream problems. We should be silky smooth. I'm heading in fresh to 2025. I've got my new microphone, which I'm setting up later today. So you might have to say goodbye to this one as well. And then we're going to order a new 60 FPS webcam. So things are pretty awesome. I am pretty dang happy. Sun Wukong, should you summon? Hell effing yes. Sun Wukong, when should you summon? Maybe on Saturday. Maybe not Friday. Maybe on Saturday. Thank you for watching. I've been Fastidious. Share it with your mother. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you real soon. Bye.
Fastidious.